Last night was supposed to be all about Trump's vice presidential nominee, Mike Pence, and uniting the party, but it was Trump's rival who ended up stealing the show. Scott McLean joins us now from Orlando with the latest information on Mateen's background. Meantime, last night, nearly 50 people were arrested in a protest in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So we're getting a lot of information from folks who say they knew this young man, including that teenager who said they were just together last night. And that breaking news alert is out on the north side. A woman found dead inside a home along with several pets. Police are still at the scene right now. Jacksonville Fire and Rescue telling us they got that call just before 3 a.m. A major change to the student code of conduct in Duval County. Tougher rules for children who ride the bus to class. It is time for our restaurant report card. A mouse found inside the kitchen of a popular downtown pizza shop.
Satacha was talking with us when I spotted a roach crawling on the wall at the entrance of the kitchen.
You actually see one there.
He grabbed the bug with his bare hands.
We all know that. The interns would be on the set.
It'd be crickets and Freddie going, stand by, onto the board.
An update to an I-team investigation. Today, Councilwoman Katrina Brown will visit Fairway Oaks following complaints that homes were falling apart. Yeah, I think, you know, we're in a time now where it is time to have those uncomfortable conversations with people that you normally wouldn't have. Don't worry about offending someone. Be open, be honest, listen, and then let's talk about it. And as you said, we don't have to agree. Appreciate you, Dr. Wild, for coming in. Certainly something for us all to consider. Some days I work out just so they can see me doing it. You know, and I don't feel like it, but I want them to know that that's healthy and that's the life that we live in this household.
Let me kind of loop you around this way because I want to show you the impact of this accident and the work that they actually had to do to this road. If you look all the way down, you can see the black marks.
Oh, we want to see the difference.
I mean, look,
there
see, it does show a little bit.
Yeah.
And you would also sculpt this right here, too, to make it.
What are you trying to say?
We talked with some of the witnesses and people who have family members. They heard gunshots. They told us that they both worked at this business, B&L Landscaping. Can you confirm that?
Good morning, everybody. Appreciate you joining us on this Tuesday. We want to get you caught up on the forecast. You might notice temperature is very similar to yesterday. So he has bragging rights over his brother for life because his brother is a guard on the other team. So he's always like, I beat you, man. That's the mayor of Dallas calling this a heartbreaking morning. The city loses 5 officers in a violent confrontation with heavily armed people. Now, this story is still unfolding at this moment. Here is what we know right now. Again, 4 Dallas police officers and 1 Dallas transit officer are dead. 6 other police officers are wounded. Now, police are talking to a gunman in a parking garage. He told officers there are bombs planted all over the area. He also said the end is coming and he was going to hurt and kill more police. The protests that were taking place before gunfire erupted was in response to the killing of 2 African-American men at the hands of police in Louisiana and Minnesota. A community vigil will be held tonight in support of the families of Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, and others killed in this police shooting. It is at 6:30 here in Jacksonville. It's at the corner of North Liberty Street and East 9th Street. That's the same corner where Vernell Bing Jr. was shot and killed by a Jacksonville sheriff's officer back in May. And that case is still under investigation. There's a lot of news happening this morning. We also want to get you caught up on the forecast. Richard is in with that first look. All right, another big story we are following today. Congresswoman Corrine Brown should know whether she will face federal charges. If she does, this case would be historic. She didn't say anything to our camera when she left her office in Washington, D.C. yesterday. In the past, she has said she cannot speak about this investigation because her lawyer instructed her not to. Here is what we do know. The I-Team told you earlier this year about this investigation involving Brown's acquaintance, Carla Wiley. Wiley is the president of One Door for Education Foundation. Brown is actually pictured with her on the foundation's website. Now, Wiley pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud back in March. Now, Brown was served a federal subpoena back in January. She has not said much about it, but she has denied wrongdoing. By the way, we did go to the federal courthouse just before it closed last night to see if we could find anything on the docket. We found nothing involving Brown. Police just gave us information about 30 minutes ago telling us someone made a 911 call from a home on Shark Road East. That is just off A1A near the Duval and Nassau County border. When officers arrived, they found 2 people dead inside. We know a man was shot and killed someone before killing himself. Police are not looking for any other suspects. Family members have not been notified, so police have not told us who these people are.
We are continuing to follow breaking news out of Dallas. Snipers shooting 11 police officers, killing 5 of them.
It is Monday, and hope you had a great weekend. It's going to be a good week.
It is going to be a good week.
An Ocean Way woman is sending out a strong message after months of suspected drug activity on her street. Kathy Livingston made this sign. She hung it from a tree in her front yard. Here it is. It reads, "There is a drug dealer on Galeway. If you are a buyer, pictures of your car tag will be sent to JSO. We have had enough." Along with the group Mad Dads, Livingston is walking through the community, going door to door, passing out flyers, letting people know that she is serious about getting drugs out of her neighborhood. And the neighborhood getting involved as well. Mad Dad says it will visit Livingston, visit with her. They will walk with the neighborhoods with her as many times as necessary to keep that area safe. Love that story because it gets everybody involved. And the drug dealers may get off her street, you know?
Well, you know, they're basically saying we're taking back our neighborhoods.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, someone...
Oh, I was wondering about this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I haven't looked at my tickets yet. I think the winning ticket was sold in Indiana. Someone's millions of dollars richer thanks to Mega Millions.
I was out of town this weekend.
Oh.
It was the 7th largest jackpot in U.S. history. We'll tell you where that winning ticket was sold. Confirmation of that.
An update about an I-team investigation. Congressman and U.S. Senate candidate Alan Grayson stopped by the troubled Eureka Gardens apartments during a visit to Jacksonville.
His visit comes after an I-team investigation into the deplorable living conditions at this apartment complex. Reverend Richard Hamlet, the founder of Global Ministries Foundation, owns the complex. He has been under fire for the unsafe living conditions. Grayson spoke with News4Jax after the tour, calling the conditions, again, we've heard this, deplorable, and he had plenty to say about the owner, Hamlet.
The cook at My Tais was telling me that inspection was prompted by a complaint. A customer was eating in the dining room and saw a roach. The cook said the restaurant had just been fogged, and that brings any hiding roaches out to the surface. And apparently, they're still coming out.
Now, what would you say? Is your kitchen roach-free?
Yeah, you can take a look now.
Edward Satacha, the cook at My Thai restaurant, was so confident that the roaches were gone that he opened his kitchen to our cameras. But after the tour, I spotted something that a customer also saw last week that resulted in a closure.
We'll actually see one there.
Satacha was talking with us when I spotted a roach crawling on the wall at the entrance of the kitchen.
I wonder if they're in the building because there's one crawling up there.
He grabbed the bug with his bare hands and walked to the back of the kitchen to dump it in the garbage. He came back visibly upset.
So you're still working. You're still trying to get a handle on it.
When we first arrived, Satacha said he was exhausted and that he's been working night and day to get a handle on the roach problem.
Look at me, my skin is so yellow, you know, and I haven't slept at all, you know. I just want to make sure that everything is okay.
Last week, the inspector found more than a dozen live roaches in the kitchen. Some were in the cooler gasket and on the hinges. The next day, the inspector came back for a recheck and still found live roaches and would not open My Thai restaurant back up. It took a third inspection to rid the restaurant of bugs. During this check, there were no roaches in sight. Satacha said the roaches get in the kitchen when his suppliers bring in boxes with roaches inside.
Do you open the boxes maybe outside now instead of bringing them into the kitchen?
Yeah, we did, and you know, we just and everybody realized that how bad it is, you know, and right now everybody keep eye on everything.
Satacha pulled out receipts from his pest control company. They do show that My Thai restaurant has been exterminated 3 times in less than a month.
Did you know you had a problem?
Yeah, we did, but we tried to fix it, you know, but you know, they're small, you know. During the day, you cannot see them.
After seeing that roach on the wall, Satachi said they were going to call his pest control company to come back out that very same day. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.
It is time for our restaurant report card. A mouse found inside the kitchen of a popular downtown pizza shop. The inspector had to shut it down for the night. I went in, talked with the manager about the rodent, and he showed me what they have done to keep pests out.
Big Pete's Pizzeria on North Julia Street, where you can get a slice and a soda for less than $4. But this popular lunch spot was not open last week after an inspector found a live mouse in the kitchen.
Did you guys know you had a rodent?
No, we didn't.
Owner Nathan Siva met me immediately inside the restaurant. He said they never saw the rodent, and at first, he said the inspector didn't either.
They didn't find a live rodent, but they did find like rodent droppings, but that was fresh, they said, so.
Because the inspector inspection said they actually saw the mouse.
Yeah, but we went around and looked for it. We could not find it, but that's what happened.
Siva said they immediately called their pest control company, and the problem was fixed from the outside in.
And they sealed off all the small holes that's on the outside of the wall, and they took care of it.
I asked to see it for myself.
It's outside where the hole was.
Can we walk around? We'll walk around? Okay.
Behind the building is a parking lot. And the wall that butts up to the kitchen did have some holes.
He put like a little mesh wire. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, so this is new?
Yeah, it was a little open area right here, so we just put the same thing back up again.
The pest control company sealed the holes and cracks,
So he did the mesh, and then we just painted on top of it.
eliminating the opportunity for other pests to get in. Siva was told they don't need much room.
They said even a small hole, that's all they need, like a quarter or a dime size they can get in.
They even put out mouse traps to lure the rodents away from the restaurant. Siva said they've been here for 13 years and wants his customers to know they won't make the same mistake twice.
We are a local restaurant. Most of the people who come here, they're all regulars. They know we've been here for a long time, but we did make a mistake and we fixed it and we're back up again.
So if you look in this back monitor, you can see that there is a restaurant right at this parking lot. It's an empty building a few doors down. Apparently they are clearing it out, and he said his pest control company told him the rodent came from that building. Now the next day the restaurant was able to open back up with no signs of pest. The inspector noted that some holes were filled in at the time, but there were still some during that callback inspection.